Okay, so I am on a little bit earlier than I said I would. But hi, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Let's dive in. Let's play puzzles. I'm in the mood to play puzzles. Today I gave my classes a massive test. In fact, this exam, it's on their grade and it matters a lot. Usually it's performance. We're performing with the camera and with the Photoshop and all that stuff. Today it's, can you demonstrate it on paper? Not on paper, on a screen, really. And I have this one child, this one student, who shall remain nameless and genderless, but he or she never comes to class. I mean, never. Possibly once at the beginning, and today was the only 2 times this entire semester that I have seen them. And they have handed in work almost as if it was a correspondence course, but otherwise never seen them. And I've emailed home, I've emailed this student directly, and I say, hey, I just want to remind you, this is not distance learning, this is not a correspondence course. I need you to physically be here to learn these things. And they still don't show up. And then finally they show up today. And I'm like, well, hi, haven't seen you in a long time. You're not even on the seating chart. So glad to see you. Now, a little bit of background. I bring this up because this student, when they went to go submit a couple of assignments, one of the assignments that they submitted was clearly and obviously AI generated. Now, I have a zero tolerance policy for AI generated work of any kind, whether it's one photograph or something you did in Photoshop or a whole series of photos or whatever, or an essay, right? You read an essay for my class. It is zero AI whatsoever. And this submission that this student handed in was so clearly and obviously AI generated that my policy is you get a 0 and there's no way to make it up. Sorry. And this student just kind of ran with it, didn't write me back or anything, just kind of, it was what it was. And so the test today, I get everyone started, and everyone, it's easier if they start all at the same time. And this student, I notice, has another tab open besides the test, and the student keeps looking around. Every few minutes, they're going, is Miller watching? Is Miller watching? And Miller was watching. In fact, I pride myself in the way I proctor my tests. I will go kid to kid to kid, making sure, starters aren't open or notes aren't open or, whatever, any kind of study helps. And, making sure that, kids aren't blocked. Sometimes I have to refresh the page. There's all sorts of weird things that happen. So I'm doing all of that. And I noticed this student, and they're looking around. I'm like, okay. And I even came up to this student. I knelt right next to them, and I said, hey, it's a red flag that you're looking around a lot like that. And they said, oh, okay, sorry. And I said, it's also a red flag that you have Copilot open in another tab. And they said, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed. Oh my gosh, no, that's and they covered it however they covered it. But they closed Copilot, and I spent the rest of the time watching this student like a hawk. I was standing behind the back row, and I don't think they looked anymore around, to see if their little friends are doing the same question or something. But I watched, and I made sure that this student had integrity to not cheat the entire time. Because they literally had no choice. I was watching them to see what was on their screen, to see if other tabs were open, see if they were looking around. And I watched until the very end when they hit submit, and they didn't certify on the test. And I went, I wonder if I had just been walking around, would this student have certified because they cheated? Now, this is not a question of knowledge. This is a question of integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing. Not only doing the right thing, but doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Like, what is your compass? What is your direction that guides your life? And sadly, I think it could be AI, it could be technology, it could be social media, who knows? But I am seeing, sadly, the drifting of integrity now. It's too easy. I think that's the problem. It's too easy to drift. It's too easy to, you know what? AI could just tell me the answer. Blah, 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 blah. Here's the answer. And, oh, it came from my brain. No, it didn't. It came from ChatGPT or what are the different ones? I forget the names. Copilot or whatever, right? You're going to make up a name. It's probably an AI. But this student did not cheat. I watched literally every screen. I made sure that it was just testing. I can't read it. They're, in a different row than I was standing, so I can't read the test, but I can definitely see if that's the test or if that's, AI Copilot or something. And they did not certify on the test. And I wonder, given the correct circumstances for them to cheat, to plagiarize answers and whatnot, would they do just as well or better or worse? I don't know. We'd see. It's a question of character, right? Character, morals, what have you, right? Just integrity in general is, in some ways, very ambiguous nowadays. It's strange. So, anyway, that was my question of integrity today. I got to question this student's integrity today, and it didn't work in their favor. So, yeah. Anyway, let's do it. Let's play connections. I see there, check, mark, true, alarm, hour, Tyrannosaurus, tick, time, shock, cross, your, shake, her, disturb, and Tesla. Oh my gosh, these are all over the place today. Tesla. I don't see any other names. Nikola Tesla, or Tesla car, electric vehicle. To disturb, to alarm, to shock. That shook me. Shook, shock. I don't know. I don't want to guess that because it could be wrong. It probably is wrong, actually. To check the box, to tick the box, to cross out, maybe to mark. Shock hour. I don't know. We could try that one. Okay. Remove off an item, off a list. I've got a big, long to-do list. And some of it slowly is getting checked off my list. I have some pretty impending deadlines soon, so I'm getting them one by one. They're getting done somehow, one way or another. All right, there should be one that's even more straightforward than this. True. There. Time. Do you have the time? Do you have the hour? On an alarm clock? Why is Tyrannosaurus there? Shock. It shocks me. It disturbs me. It alarms me. Maybe it is. It shakes me to my core. Oh, it was correct. Okay. I was afraid to guess it. I don't know. You never know if it's going to be right or not. Good. Oh, look at that. It has the chat on my confidence monitor, but it doesn't have it over here with you guys. There's Callie. Don't let connections clock you. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, there's definitely clock things going on here. Ticking of a clock, an alarm clock. Yeah, it did not clock me today. Also, that student needs to come up with more creative methods. Maybe the old-fashioned paper notes and the pencil box. Yeah, I'm tempted. Sometimes I'm real tempted. You know. Okay. Well, sorry, you lost your your photography. You lost your computer privileges. You lost your screen privileges. I feel like a dad grounding a kid. Her. Oh, like her, your, our. I guess there, but it's like a homophone. That's funny. Possessive adjectives: our, her, their, and your. So then Tyrannosaurus Rex, time, bandits, true crime, Tesla. I have no idea. These are just T words. What T? Oh, okay, great. What? That's exactly what it means. T. What does T stand for? Tesla. I guess on a Tesla car, you'd see the T logo. Time. T for time value. On a Canon camera, it's TV for time value. Shutter priority. And the kids are like, what does that mean? T for true. F for false. And then Tyrannosaurus. T-Rex. There it goes. Yeah, to remove is an item off a checklist, right? To check off, to cross off, to mark off, or to tick off. Don't tick me off. It's a different thing. To unnerve, alarm, disturb, shake, and shock. Wait, what'd you say? Gets used in physics? Yeah. Homophones for possessive adjectives: our, her, their, and there. There's 3 different theirs. And your. The days of yore. Olden timey. What T might stand for? Tesla, time, true, and Tyrannosaurus. Callie, you're leaving already? What the heck? You just got here. I just got here. He's leaving already. All right, well, good riddance. No, I'm just kidding. Have a good day, man. You're awesome. All right. It's crazy. We're at the end of April. Like April 30th. What the heck? Where did April go? Where did April go? May, before you know it. We're going to blink. And it's the end of school year, end of a lot of things. It's crazy. All right. Well, the mini. Let's dive in. Low quality AI content. I feel like we've had this a lot. Slop. Speaking of AI, we're talking about a kid cheating using AI. Or trying to. Didn't let them today. Whoa, settle down. Easy now. Toyota rival, maybe Honda. Subject of many Sun Tzu quotes. Ethics, morals. Now we're talking. Gleamed as the sun. Shone. Blank notes. Text accompanying a record. Oh, liner notes. Liner notes. Person I used to be before some personal growth. That's the old me. And then pause is counterpart. Play. Pause and play. What? Masticate is a fancy word for masticate, to chew. Nice. Boom. Just the end there. Low quality AI slop. Whoa, settle down. Chill, dude. Chill. Toyota rival, Honda. Subject of many Sun Tzu quotes. Enemy. Yeah, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. What are the I forget. The friend of my friend is a friend, but the enemy of my enemy is somehow my friend. I don't know. All right, now we're talking. Gleamed as the sun. The sun shone. Liner notes. Text accompanying a record. The person I used to be before some personal growth. The old me. Pause's counterpart. That's the play button. And then what masticate is fancy for. Masticate, to chew. Mastigar, to chew. And we play the mini. Genetic mutation. Oh, MIDI, what you got for us? Genetic mutation sounds strange. Not so bright. Dim. Snatch to nab. Orangutans, and gibbons. Those are apes. A long time ago. Really? You think? I don't know. You think so? Place for an after-dinner nap, perhaps. After dinner. After dinner, you go to bed. What are you talking about? Appointing. I don't know. Backyard projectiles whose sales weren't banned until the 1980s. That is a lawn dart. Lawn darts. Apt rhythm for appoint. Appoint. I don't know. Something rhyming with a point. Crowd response at a rally to when do we want it? Now. Circus structures. How about tents? Beats by Dre. Dr. Dre. Blank up the sun. 25 across. Up the sun. I don't know the phrase. Feeling blue, sad. Double helix material whose permutations are seen in this puzzle's circled letters. Well, I don't know what the permutations are. It's got an N in it somehow. DNA. So if it's permutations, then it's D N A A N D D. Except I don't know. Okay, this is not correct. That's got to be a D of some kind. Well, let's do these ones, see what comes up. Stock debut for a company. That's the IPO, the initial public offering. Size between large and small, medium, MED, med. The low point, the nadir. Is it IR? Or is it ER? I forget. Job management talent is an agent. Hit products. Hit products. Hit the books. I don't know. Largest branch of Islam. That's the Sunni. Am I spelling that right? Sunni? SG, help me out. Am I spelling that one right? Sunni? If you blank been there, hadn't been there. Aussie buddies, mates. We had that one not that long ago. Best picture winner for 2025 Oscars. That is that right? Aurora? Really impressed. Wowed. Oh, you wowed me. Or is it Allura? Hang on, what's this one? Apt rhyme with a point. Honora, that's what it is. Anoint. Anoint a point. Something clever. Acknowledge with a head movement. Nod. I don't know that one. The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones played ska. Soak up. Soak up the sun, but then what's 25? What's 22 down? Double helix is DNA. Maybe you sleep in the den. Appointing. Naming. That's funny. Hit products. Take a hit from a bong. Oh my gosh. That's funny. All right, we did it in just over 4 minutes there. Can't wait to see Taurus in plain sight. Yeah, I did say I'm going to play it. I still have it written right here on my sticky note. Play Taurus. You got Wordle in 5 today? Oh boy, we're in for it then. Not so bright. Dim. Snatch to nab. Orangutans and gibbons. Apes. A long, long time ago. Really, you think? No duh. That's great. No duh. Place for an after-dinner nap in the den. I don't know. After dinner, I'm just going to bed. I don't know about you. Appointing. Naming. backyard projectiles whose sales weren't banned until the 1980s because it impaled kids. I don't know if anybody died, but they certainly got injured. Lawn darts, and they literally had like a dart to them. Apt rhyme for appoint, to anoint. Anoint a point. Crowd response at a rally to when do we want it? Now. Circus structures, tents. Beats by Dre. I don't own any Beats headphones. The coolest thing I have is like a skull candy. My wife wanted a raffle or something. They're really cool looking. They're called aviators. They're, I mean, you know, a decade old, but they're really cool. They're like, it's like gold and leather. This combination of gold and leather, and then the part where you can like that hides your ear, that covers your ear, is a little bit see-through but brown. It looks so cool. They look really cool and golden. Beats by Dre. Soak up the sun. Get a blank. Oh, I should have read the rest. Get a tan. That makes so much sense. I'm feeling blue. I'm feeling sad. And then double helix material whose permutations are seen in this puzzle's circled letters. DNA. We have Dan, and, A-N-D, N-D-A. NAD, N-A-D. All the different permutations of DNA. Nice. All right, well, we did that one very nicely. Okay, SG's got me a little bit worried. Tiny bit worried, because here we are doing it in, he said he did it in 5, so. Okay, well, we had to turn off hard mode a couple days ago, just making sure that it's still on. I'm not going to play Taurus today, because that's the one you want me to play tomorrow. What do I play today? Here's one. Giant. No help at all. Okay. Trying to think of a non-intersecting word. Blurs. Still not much help. We got an R. That's it. SG said he got it in 5. So maybe there's some double letters. Maybe there's some double letter action going on. So hard mode says I have to use an R from now on. So like... the prow of a boat. No, that's not how you spell. I think it's just W, no E on the end. Dryer. I mean, I haven't guessed any of those letters except for the R, but that would tell me if the R goes in the second or the fourth. I haven't guessed D. Haven't guessed a Y or an E. Let's try it. Okay, so at least we know where the R goes. Golly, give me some help. Roll me a bone. There's not a double R. We know that there's not 2 R's because I did guess a double R. Okay, what goes with R? So OR or not likely. Okay. FR. Fromp, is that a word? I was going to say like crown or something. We already guessed the N. There's not a double R. PR. There's only one vowel left. I mean, it's probably an O. Oh, proof. Could be proof. Haven't guessed the P yet. R goes there. O's the only vowel left. Could be a double O. Who knows? And then F. Let's try it. That's not what I thought was going to happen. Oh, crock. Crock is a word. Like a crock pot. We only have 2 guesses left, though. We'll try it. Okay, good. Oh, Moses is screaming the answer. Sorry, I specifically don't look at the chat during the Wordle. Moses, sorry, I know you're screaming the answer at me, but typically I don't look at the answer, or I don't look at the chat during the Wordle. I don't know why, but specifically this puzzle, I love to just like productively struggle through. So feel free to scream the answers at me during the Wordle, but usually I don't even look at the chat. So if I'm in a desperate circumstance, I'm painted into the corner or something, yeah, maybe I'll look at the chat. But no, feel free to feel free to scream the answer at me. Crash, cream. Oh, at least you got to see it first, right? Crash, cream, croup, crony. Oh wow, crony. I already guessed the N, so I wouldn't have guessed crony. Proof helped me only get croc to not get. Yeah, that's true. To not get. See, that's the problem. When you're in hard mode, it's like, okay, there are only, 1 answer left or 2 answers left, and I can't for the life of me think of what they are. So you're kind of backed into a corner. In that case, a lot of times I will turn off hard mode and just guess a non-intersecting word if I can come up with it. But yeah, you got a sea of greens on that one. I did not. I got an R that led me astray for 3 guesses. Yeah, giant, blurs, dryer, proof, and then crock. What a crock. We are so close to 300. A 300-day streak, you guys. That's insane. That's really cool. We should celebrate somehow. I have a box. I do. I have a box of wagon wheels. Maybe we celebrate. Also got Wordle in 5 tomorrow. Oh. You know what? I say getting it in 5 is better than 6, and getting it in 6 is better than 7, right? You don't want to not get it because you missed it, All right, today's theme, wet blankets. So the term being a wet blanket is like someone that's a drag, right? Someone that's just like no fun to be around. So I see funny words. I see Noel. There's nothing to do with it. Wet blankets. Wait, so why would what does blankets have to do with it? I get wet. You get wet when it's raining. Drizzle, wet blankets. It's a word in Portuguese. Esmola. Graviola. I see Tion. Drizzle. Sensation. It feels like the word like dance sensation or something. Why can't I see this? Wet blankets. Where do you see the word mist? Mist? Oh. Vapor. Mist. Condensation. Oh, so when water gathers, condensation. Aerosol, mist, vapor, drizzle, steam. Yeah, steam. Humidity. There we go. Humidity. Good find. Moses, that's what we needed. Exactly. That is exactly what we needed. Mist. You got it. Wet blankets. That's funny. Blankets of water. Condensation. When vapor condenses, right? Aerosol, mist, vapor turns into drizzle, humidity, steam. I like that. The only one that doesn't really fit there is drizzle. I feel like all of these are more ethereal and misty and vaporous. And then drizzle feels more like all of the water has collected together. I don't know. Cool. All right, just real quick, let's recap. We got remove as an item off a checklist, right? Unnerve, homophones for possessives, and then what T might stand for, like T-Rex. Low quality slop, Honda, enemy, liner notes. This was all different permutations of the letters DNA. What is it? Deoxyribonucleic acid. Shouldn't that be DRNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid. DRNA? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know. But the permutations of DNA would be Dan, and, Adden, Nad. All right. Well, just like SG said, we got it in 5 today, however many that is. I said giant, and that was no help. Blurs, and that gave us an R somewhere. I tried dryer, which had an R in 2 different places, and it only had 1 R, so it's got to be that one. And then the only vowel left was O, so I said proof. And that gave us the R-O. So then I tried crock. What a crock. And then wet blankets for the strands today. I got vapor, mist. Good find there, Moses. I like that. Aerosol, drizzle, humidity, and steam. Condensation. Nice. And if you like the way I condensed these puzzles, did it vaporize into your brain? If you like that, then give this video a like. Consider subscribing. It's technically the weekend for a lot of kids because tomorrow is a break day. It's not a break day for me. I have to go to school. It's a professional development. I mean, what could we talk about now? It's so close to the end of the school year. A lot of people are taking off that day. It's a little bit of a joke, but we're going to be there. I have to be there, so I'll tell you all about it. Unless it's as boring as anything, and then I won't tell you a thing because there's nothing to tell. But we're getting close to the end of school year, which is awesome. Yeah. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya.